Hello, my friends. Another dedicated candle review for you this week. We are going to be talking about Bath and Body Works Sugared Jasmine. Now, I'm not sure if this is a completely new fragrance, if it's been rumored to be a repackage, but I believe that it said on the website that this is a new fragrance. We all take that with a grain of salt whenever Bath and Body Works says that. And the funny thing is that this fragrance actually didn't catch my eye when I was scrolling on the website. However, when I went in store and I sniffed it, I was like, oh, I actually really like that. That is one of the perks of shopping in store with Bath and Body Works is sometimes you find candles that you like when you can get your nose on them. So the packaging on here is really pretty with these butterflies. I kind of like this little like scrolly type of design going around it. This is one of their standard 3-wick. I believe it's a 14-ounce wax candle. Fragrance notes listed on this candle are jasmine petals, caramel drizzle, and sea salt. So, what does my nose detect? You guys, I actually really like this fragrance. It is a sweet floral for sure. My nose definitely detects a very sweet jasmine type of fragrance. And while I don't detect caramel drizzle, because truthfully, you guys, I don't love the way that Bath and Body Works does caramel. A lot of the times their caramel notes can come across scorched to my nose. I do detect an extra amount of sweetness in here, which I do think that that is probably attributed to whatever oils they are using to come up with that caramel drizzle accord. But there is nothing in here that would be even remotely gourmand. If you're looking at that fragrance note and thinking like, well, what should I expect with this candle? Not at all. It is definitely a very sweet floral scent. Now, the sea salt note is kind of there in the background. It gives a little bit of like a summery, beachy type of vibe. This fragrance to me reminds me of what I would find in a lot of like late spring, summertime type of florals that have a jasmine note in them. It's kind of perfumey without being an oppressive, perfumey type of fragrance. It's definitely more in line with like a fragrance that I could see more in like body care than I would it being like a um, high end perfume. That being said, I'm not knocking it. I actually really like this fragrance. Like I said, I liked it when I sniffed it in store. It took me a little bit by surprise by how much I liked it because I am not typically your girl who loves florals. However, I did grow up in Southern California, and a lot of my relatives have jasmine growing like in their gardens. And so I think that that's why like I love the jasmine fragrance because it does remind me of growing up in California. But yeah, mixed with a little bit of like a sea salt vibe. And again, they're saying caramel drizzle, but I don't really smell caramel per se in here. I just get an extra dose of sweetness. And I do think that the caramel drizzle is what is making this fragrance just a little bit sweeter. Very nice scent. Highly encourage you to go in and give it a sniff in your local Bath and Body Works. Let's go ahead and talk about the performance of this candle. So I'm going to go ahead and lift it up, and you can see it's starting to do what a lot of Bath and Body Works candles do at this point in the burn. I'm about halfway through the vessel. You can see a little bit of wick residue on this candle. Now, I did trim the wicks just ever so slightly. I am very cautious with my Bath and Body Works candles not to trim the wicks too much. I really only trim off the excess carbon that is usually at the end of the wicks after like a 3-hour burn, which is what I have been limiting this candle to. This candle has been limited to 3-hour burn times. I'm learning with a lot of Bath and Body Works candles that if I don't want the fragrance to get compromised, I do have to really watch the burn times on them. So that being said, I did trim the wicks a little bit the first couple of burns. And I will say that up until today, me lighting this candle, the candle has burned pretty hot and fast. Not dangerous flamethrowers, but the candle has been, the wicks have been a lot more aggressive than what they currently are. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that the wicks right now are puny wicks, but you can tell that they're definitely slowing down. And I will be curious to see the next time I go to light this up if how it does, because I'm going to tell you today when I lit this candle up, the wicks were longer, and now it's doing this slowed down burn. Typically, when I get to this point where the wicks shorten like that, they self trim on their own to that point. the burn really slows down, and that's sometimes when I start to get that like sooty wax pull, and sometimes the fragrance will alter. Typically what I will do if that happens is I will pour out some wax, pour out some wax, goodness, and then see if that kind of adjusts the problem. So I have a feeling that that might be in the future of this candle, but it's not there yet. Still doing decently for me. Strength and throw on this candle, you guys, is really good. I would give this one a solid 8 in terms of strength and throw, which we know Bath and Body Works has had their hits and misses lately, which has been, I think, a little bit jarring for the Bath and Body Works faithful, who have always relied upon the brand to be very potent in terms of their fragrance output. I've gotten quite a few candles recently that really were not very strong, which has surprised even me. But thankfully, you guys, this one is pretty strong. I do think that that has something to do with probably the nature of the fragrance oils that are comprising this this blend. But this one has been pretty strong for me. Solid 8 in terms of strength and throw. I do have listed in the description box down below the layout of my home, environmental factors, square footage, all of that good stuff. So that way you can compare it to the size of your home and see how it might perform in your home. When I have burned it out in the open concept living room, it's definitely filled up that space, and it's definitely noticeable. But again, you guys, because it's a sweet floral, sometimes that could carry the potential to be headache inducing, but that has not been the case at all for me. And then it also is really nice in the master bedroom, pretty strong in there, but again, not headache inducing. I'm not having any issues like that. So I have really enjoyed pairing this candle with, I was burning it with a candle that I reviewed yesterday, which was the Homeworks' toasted limoncello cupcake and toasted coconut. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm actually probably going to put this candle aside for the summertime, and probably plan to burn it with Kringle's Sea Breeze. I can see this being a really nice beachy fragrance. If you want to burn it with like a coconut scent, I think that that would be a really nice blend. Maybe a vanilla if you want more of like a gourmand take on it. But this has been a really, really nice fragrance. It's a little bit more summery to me than what I want to be burning right now, but I did feel like it would be a good fragrance to go ahead and get some burns on, so that way I could give you guys a post-burn review. So those are my thoughts on this one. I don't think I'll be buying a backup of it, because while I do enjoy the fragrance, it's not anything that I feel like I would really, really miss it once it's gone. I'll enjoy it for what it is, but I'm not going to need backups of it. So let me know in the comment box down below if you have purchased this candle. What has your burn experience been with it? Always encouraging that type of activity down in the comment section. You guys are a wonderful community down there, and I know that we're always helping each other out with making these purchasing decisions. So please hit thumbs up if you found this video helpful. Helps me out with the old YouTube algorithm. Consider subscribing to my channel if you are new and enjoy candle content. I got a lot of it. Let me tell you, I got a lot of it coming up this month. Lots of new releases, lots of candles to cover. So if you don't want to miss out, make sure you're subscribed to my channel. I do want to say thank you so very, very much for spending your time here with me today. And until my next one, I hope you all go out and have a very blessed day. Bye.